Hi, welcome to Neurons. As a marketer, we know today the field can be very difficult. There's a lot of different platforms, a lot of different formats, and it all comes down to how well do your ads actually work in the end. Do they drive ROI? Do they lead to brand impact? And do they actually convert customers? So today I'm going to take you through a bit of an intro to Neurons AI. Neurons AI is a platform or an API where you can test advertising impact backed by the world's biggest neuroscience database. And it all happens in seconds. But why do we really do this? Well, one thing that we know for a fact from a ton of research over the last 15 years is that the creative really matters. We believe that we can take a bad creative and we can fine tune it by doing A/B testing on various different platforms. And sure, we can make it slightly better in its performance. But what really matters is how good is the asset in the first place. Almost 90% of the performance of an ad or the impact and effectiveness of an ad is driven by the creative itself, not by the channel and not necessarily by the brand. We also know that typically as marketers go out to market with advertising and they take a campaign with a list of ads, maybe 10, maybe 20 different assets, it is typically about 80% of those ads that do not perform. This means that there is really this kind of hit and miss marketing approach today. What is also an area of interest is that we measure things in the market. When it's pretty much too late to make changes, we measure things like click-through rates, impressions, conversions, etc. But what really drives human behaviors and purchases is something that happens in people, something people feel and think, what they see. And this means that Neurons is really here to help you measure what truly shapes the customer's actions. So attention, engagement, cognitive processing or understanding, memorability, and even trust. 5 very, very important areas for you to build brand, to drive conversion, and to increase your ROI. But how does this work? Well, we've taken the world's biggest neuroscience database and we have built an AI solution that can, with 95% accuracy, predict the actual advertising impact in seconds before you go to market. So this means that you can go from fairly poor performing ads in effectiveness and impact to highly effective and impactful ads, all through one simple solution. What we see in the market is that whenever our clients go to market with AI advised creatives that are based on neuroscience, they see things like 20% increases in brand awareness, 73% increases in click-through rate, and 55% increases in conversion. All driven by knowing whether an ad will be relevant and drive impact before they put any spend into it. We can do this because we have spent 25 years researching human behavior. Thomas started a while back, built a massive academic experience, worked with the biggest institutions in the world, and been cited more than 5,000 times across academic research. We've also built one of the biggest courses on consumer neuromarketing and even written 4 books on the topic. So it all comes from a long time of experience and being able to actually understand human behavior. But Thomas's experience and our experience in general is not the only thing. What really matters is the database that we have built. We have collected more than 300,000 human minds from the world, and we've been able to build that into one single database with more than 100 billion data points on attention, emotion, cognition, and memory. We built more than 100 different machine learning models on this, which has led to the industry-leading AI on predictiveness within advertising and package design. Additionally, we add 50 to 100,000 people to this database every single year now, with major partners like Kantar, Teads, Monotype, and many more. Today, we have more than 500 brands and agencies that use our solution, either as the platform or as an API integration. And this, of course, spans from all the way into tech and media, retail, FMCG, all the way down to agencies. So massive brands and very global reach at this point in time. What we can help you with is really tap into multi-channel understanding. So you can use Neurons AI to predict impact of ads across both digital media, display, social, print, TV, and even packaging and out of home.